We are officially opening the hackathon. So we will do a welcome note with an overview of what to expect for the day, and then we see what we do from there. So let me welcome Faith to give us the opening remarks.
All I want to say is thank you so much for taking your time and coming to join us here for today. My name is Faith Wanyangu. So all I wanted to say, it's such a pleasure to have you guys here. And I'd like to thank you very much for deciding to take part in the Gusii Innovation Week. And I'd like to also explain the theme to those who are not really aware about it. So our theme for today is resilient agri-food systems for nutritional security and economic sustainability. So this theme couldn't come at the right time, right? Across Africa and right here in Kenya, we are seeing how technology and innovation are transforming how we grow, process, and distribute food. Yeah, we did a problem mapping exercise a few weeks back, right? And some of you were part of it. Over the next 2 days, you'll be applying the power of AI, right? Data-driven insights and creative problem solving to reimagine agriculture from farm to fork. This isn't just a hackathon, right? It's an opportunity to shape the future of our food ecosystem. Sawa. Yeah? And our goals for this weekend are very simple. We don't require much. Yeah? So one of the goals is to inspire innovative AI-driven solutions that address real agricultural challenges. 2, foster collaboration between students, developers, mentors, and industry experts. So make sure the person seated next to you know who they are, what they do, yeah, whatever skills they'll be able to bring onto the table. Make sure you interact with as many people as you can. People seated over here should know the people across this side. So make sure you talk. Feel free to talk to anyone. Feel free to reach out to anyone. We also have our mentors who should be joining us. We already have one mentor over here, and more are to come. So whenever you see them, feel free to reach out. And then our last goal is to ignite a community of innovators who will continue to drive change beyond this event. Right? Now, next we're going to prizes and recognition. So our first position, our number one, yeah, we have like an assured sum of 50,000 for the winning team, right? And then now the second team after the first team should get 30,000, and then the third team should get 20,000. We'll also be having incubation and growth opportunities, which will be happening through our partners. Some of them have not yet arrived, but you'll get to meet them over time. And then we'll also have recognition on our social media platforms, mentorship and exclusive access to innovation support programs. And then also we'll have special rewards and opportunities for continued project development. And then also in addition, we might be recognizing teams in special categories. Yeah, when it comes now to the technical bit of it, best use of the theme. Yeah, make sure AI is incorporated in whatever you're building. Okay, and then most innovative solution. Yeah, best design, UI, UX, and then community impact award. So make sure, even if your team does not fall under top 3, but then you're also falling under these categories so that you get also an award from us. And then beyond the prizes, remember the biggest reward is the experience you'll gain and the skills you get to learn from here.
My name is Jeremy Riro. I'm a village boy. So I grew up in the village. I went to the city looking for education. I finished my studies and stayed where I went to work, where I went to study. So I stayed in the city trying to find opportunities for myself and, of course, make some money. And then I realized back in my village, my hometown, there isn't much around innovation that is going on. And I was supporting other innovation ecosystems elsewhere. And I decided that we need to have something happening in Gusii around innovation. And that's how PhiLab started. We were working in different ecosystems and supporting them to thrive, and I realized that can be done here. And so we have been here for about 6 years, trying to make friends and build an ecosystem. But this is the first time that we are trying to bring all the stakeholders together so that we can be able to build a thriving ecosystem here. And so we work closely with the Google Developers Group here in Gusii. They are technical, they understand tech. I'm not a techie, my background is in finance. That's what I do for a living, that's what I practice. But now we partnered with GDG, Gusii, so that we can be running programs collaboratively that helps the developers and the techies in this region to have the opportunities that other techies and developers are having in other parts of the country. You come to Nairobi, there's a lot of opportunities there. Kisumu is opening up, Mombasa is opening up. Actually, Pwani Innovation Week is also happening this week. So there's a lot going on around the country, and we felt you guys who are in this region should not be left behind. You should have equal opportunities like your peers. And that's why we are creating this whole innovation ecosystem here and bringing together different partners to work together. Academia, Gusii University, Gusii National Polytechnic, the county government, that is public sector, private sector players are also involved. And you want to see what innovations come out of this region. Because you guys are brilliant, you're equally talented, you have the same acumen as the guys who are in those other regions that have more resources and are more exposed. So whatever it is that you're working on, we are here for you. We're here to make sure that you have equal opportunities. We're here to make sure that you're exposed. We're here to make sure that you're connected with the national and other regional ecosystems, and that's our role. So we are going to be with you for these 2 days here. Everything has been said by Faith, and Paul will provide even more guidance. But for us, it's just to make sure that you are comfortable, there's the infrastructure that is needed, and that we bring in as many partners as possible to support your growth and your success. Agriculture is a common theme across many African countries. And so whatever solution you create could most likely be deployed or used elsewhere, even beyond the borders of this country, because technology solutions are easily scalable to new markets. So think about that. Think about the possibilities of what you're doing can be and how big it can scale. And then we'll be here to help you implement it and scale it and replicate it in new markets. You should not worry about that. Yours is about, does this solution work and work well? And then for us is to think of how do we get it from here to the market and to also scale it. So that's our work, and we're here to support you.
TerraSense is a smart soil monitoring system where it's an IoT and AI-based system where the sensors will be collecting real-time data. Well, it will be monitoring every content to do with soil. We have the soil moisture, soil temperature, soil pH, and even the nutrients contents of the soil. And all these data will be sent to the web dashboard, and we have the AI, which will be recommending the suitable type of crops to the farmer that can be planted in that particular area based on the data that we collected earlier.
Fiona has a problem. And the problem that Fiona has is taking her produce from the farm to the market. Don't you think that if you added the global perspective, now that we are having the organic and traditional produce that is required to reach a global market, for example, and you are having an interface where just apart from scaling to Migori, Nyamira, and neighboring counties, you can market them globally. Don't you think it will be so good if you enhance your problem by advancing the point that the world is looking for the traditional agricultural produce? And this system is going to connect Fiona with the world, and thereby Fiona will get very competitive market for the traditional, original, organic produce. If that is so, I think you will have a very good case to enhance the problem statement of your prototype. Now the issue comes. Fiona is in the middle of the village in Gusii County, rural village, and the system requires internet to support. What is your proposition on how, one, Fiona is going to acquire the system, and two, how Fiona is going to maintain the system?
Okay. It's a progressive web app. So it's going to offer offline capabilities. Like that when it's online, then it catches the data. Like when the internet is low or no at all, then you still have the functionalities with you. Again, we're going to leverage on common platforms like WhatsApp. I think nowadays everybody uses WhatsApp. Yeah, so a common platform like WhatsApp can be used to connect Fiona to the world. And then one of the things that this application is going to scale to is the use of USSD, which is, even if you have the low-end phones like the Kabambe, you can still use USSD. So those are one of the, we are considering those ones.
We check the quality of that. We check the quality of that maze, which is this maze. We upload the picture, and then we check quality using AI. It will tell you quality indicators. Freshness, it's poor. You come on the color, it's discolored. On the size, it's varied. Defects, mold, and damaged presence. Recommendation. It will give you the recommendations, and it will tell you the market readiness. Not ready for the market due to significant defects and poor overall quality. That's what AI can do currently.
What's the percentage?
Percentage. This is the quality score.
The quality score is
35% of that maze. Let's go to market advice. If I may ask you, name me a place. Name me any place. Judge, you can name me any place. You can name me any place.
We do what?
Name me any place in Kenya. Let's say
Bomet.
Bomet. Very nice. What? Let's say milk. We say milk. The crop is a dairy. The grade. Due to we have done quality check. We know our quality. We had star ranking of our quality. We come here and do the quality. It was quality A. That's very nice quality. That's grade A. We go to quantity. Which quantity do you have? I have 100. Then you said the location is Bomet. Using AI, it will get market advice by analyzing. It will analyze and tell you, let's analyze using AI. It tell you the price range of Bomet. The milk in Bomet is 41 to 43 per liter. Then the market trend. What's the market trend of milk in that place? It will tell you the best time to sell your milk in that place because it has analyzed using AI the market trend of that place. And if you go down, now that's not the only feature that we sat down to produce. We sat our minds to figure out on. There's a target buyers. If you take that milk to Bomet, who are you going to sell to? Who will you sell to? If you take the target buyers, primary buyers include processors like New Kenya cooperative societies, which have significant presence in Bomet. They are in Bomet. It has analyzed the presence of those people in Bomet and figured out that if you take that milk to Bomet, you get this and this per liter at Bomet because those guys are in Bomet.
And we had 16 projects. From the 16 projects, you were given criteria for evaluation before you started this non-stop coding. So from evaluation, we were looking at the originality, how innovative you are, what you have added. We were also looking at plagiarism, because some systems you could see they were plagiarized. So there are so many things we were looking at. So through all those factors, we came up with the 3, position 1 to 3. We have been told to look at position 1 to 3. So we have up to position 16, but I want to announce position 1 to 3. So position 3 goes to team 5, EcoGrow. Are they here? Yeah. Position 2 goes to AgriSite AI. Where are they? AgriSite. Good, thank you. Position 1 goes to Team 4, AgriFusion. Thank you, thank you. Now you can see it. There are a few things that the judges realized during this evaluation. I'll give them a chance to talk about it. You can get seated. So before I give them the chance, what I noticed is that it was Agri-Tech Innovation. That was the title, I think. So from Agri-Tech Innovation, I don't know why everybody went for crop farming. Nobody talked about animals. Nobody talked about bees. Everybody was about crop. I don't know whether they were told to concentrate on crops only. I don't know. So that when we saw it, all judges noticed that. Another thing, what is innovation? Because it is Gusii innovation. How do you define innovation? From where I stand, innovation is the ability to create a solution that cannot be able to be replicated by another person. I give an example. Who has ever replicated Facebook? Tell me. Who has replicated Facebook? Eh? Who has ever replicated Facebook? So when you want your innovation to stand out, don't look at the obvious things. If you are looking at the obvious things, what are you adding there to make it new, to make it innovative? We were looking at that in some of your innovations, and it was not coming out. Some of you were just replicating what is already existing. We were looking at what is new is this person looking at. Because what you are saying is existing. What is new that have you added to make it different or to improve its functioning? Let me give other judges to give a view on what happened today. We start with Professor John Mark.
Thank you very much. As I said, as we were starting, the farthest at the time of starting, you had made tremendous effort towards ensuring that the small idea that you want incubated or you want to express is come to fruition. So at this moment, I want to say that with the patience, with the resilience that all of us have had this afternoon, all of us are still winners. And it is amazing that the young Kenyans are coming out with good ideas that can be mentored or incubated to commercialization, and that is the way to go. In fact, as you are making the presentation, I recall when I was in undergraduate, if somebody can take me back, then I will do a lot of things. But still, I can still do a lot of things. So ladies and gentlemen, all of us, by the virtue that we've reached this stage to express ourselves with the ideas that we have, it's great achievement. I would really wish to encourage you that let this be a learning process. Continue working with your colleagues, move to the other groups, share your ideas, and make these ideas grateful. Otherwise, I want to thank the organizers and my fellow judges for dedicating this opportunity so that the young Kenyans can showcase what they have. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prof. Thanks everyone for the session. Maybe just to take to the hackathoners. A hackathon is just all it is. It's just a sprint for a few days, or a few hours. That's exactly all it is. It's normally a point of trying to fire up your energies when it comes to coding. Nothing much. There's no loser in hackathons. There's no winner in hackathon. Actually, for me, that's how I always view it as such. And there's one thing I realized when you are giving out your solutions. Maybe you'll go and reconsider. One thing was, You see, when you get, let's say, a solution from an AI platform or like an LLM, always put a caution that whatever you have there is not exactly, you might not take responsibility for it. Because again, it's very possible for you to get like an hallucination from some of these AIs, which is very possible actually on that. Then one thing I realized also, as you go and develop your platforms, never forget to have like a help section or a manual. If you come and present for me a platform, let's say for 10 minutes, trust me, even I myself, I'm lost. I really wish to have a help section or like a manual somewhere to go and reference later in that skill. But then again, nice stuff, nice having you around, nice seeing you present your stuff. And congrats to everyone. And also, I look forward to seeing you again in other hackathons and also other platforms and developing cool stuff in the future. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon once again. So I think for me is to thank you and congratulate you all for the effort that you have put for the last 2 days working on these hackathons. I think we've seen great projects, great presentations, solutions to problems. I think a few things that I just want to mention was the focus areas is largely AI. I think this is the currency that we have. We just need to look at, so what does it go with AI? What would enable AI to be fully achieved? Digital devices, we need to think around it so that as we develop solutions, especially to farmers, let's think around digital devices that can be accessible so that the platforms could be accessible by people. Also, the digital skilling is a key component that we need to look at. I observed also from your presentations the aspect of disability friendly on solutions. Let's look at disability beyond maybe physical. Let's look at other forms of disability so that as we develop solutions that are accommodating to all in the society. Also, I realized that as you look at the problems, some of your focus was on multiple problems, giving multiple solutions. Again, let's try to restrict to single out problems, single out solutions, becomes more clear and even helps you to work on them as you scale them out. So I think with that, it's been a great moment with you. I think you have potential to grow your innovations to the next level. Please focus on growing them. Don't just end it at the challenge. Refine them. Even if you are not among the 3 best solutions, please continue to refine them. Seek for support. We will continue to support you. As from Konza, we're also trying to look at what can we pick from what you had and be able to support you further. Otherwise, you have a bright future. Thank you very much.
Good evening, all. I think it's been a day filled with so much activity, and we have seen so many, different teams come to pitch their ideas here, but there are some key aspects which stood out from other teams compared to the others. One of the key distinction was, how do you present? If I cannot get the flow of your presentation, then definitely I'm lost. I can't understand the kind of solution that you are offering in the market or the problem that you are solving. And the best way to do the presentation is to actually, structure it in your team, who is going to handle what, and ensure that it's within the given time frame. Even though you had 48 hours to code, build the platforms and all that, presentation is key, because you might have the best idea, but if your presentation is not on point, then nobody's going to see that. Another thing also is when you're presenting, it doesn't matter the location or the platform that you've been given. Ensure that at the end of it, be clear on what you want. What is your ask? Were you just presenting and then that's it? You could say if it's funding, specify. If it's mentorship, specify. If it's going to conferences, you can ask for organization to sponsor you to go to conferences, which will help to build you more, right? And having said that, innovation doesn't end in this room. So even if you're not given the opportunity to be named among the top 3, just ensure that the next, you are in waiting, right? The next opportunity is for you.
Is this is is degradable? And to what extent are they now in the market? If I go to the supermarket, I can get this. Hmm? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. This is excellent. This is very nice. This is a doormat.
Yeah, we have also table mats.
Table mat.
Yeah.
All these made from the banana products. From this. Then this is from stem, banana stem. Mm. How durable is this?
Sorry?
How durable? This can stay for how long?
Durable.
Have you tested this? Huh? You can wash this. Wow.
No problem.
And then you can paint it. Ndio. Unaweza andika hivi.
Also you can write with
Very good.
using this cover. Yeah.
Kabisa.
Hair braids.
Hair braids.
Yes. Yes.
So in Morocco, what do they want to do? They want
they want the hair, but they need 10 tons per month. Yes. Now we are looking for the farmers so that they can be able to extract the fiber for us. Now ours is just to do the processing and the package for them.
What's the
capacity currently?
The capacity we have is very small. It is 500 per day.
500 per day.
Yes.
Why?
Because of the machine.
Okay.
Yes.
So if
We have the raw material.
Yeah.
We have the labor.
So you have your company now.
Yeah, we have our company.
Okay.
Although it is now great. Yeah, we are housed at Kiridi.
Okay.
Yes.
Sold for Boca Eats.
Okay.
They make a banana juice. I think the best in the country. I'm just advertising. And then it's free for we can test.
Okay.
Do we have enough cups? Very excited that you have come. Your team, if they will be okay, please open the cups and let them test the banana juice. Now that it's the only juice being done like this in the country.
In the country, yeah?
Yes, we are the only ones doing banana juice in the country in this kind of scale.
What is the content of sugar in this one?
This is
10, 20 gram percent what sugar?
No, for 1 kg, for 6 kg they use 1.8 sugar.
6 kg
Of flour.
1.8, so 1.8, almost 2 per 6.
Yes.
So 2, 6, 3, 30% sugar. See, itaua mimi.
Yes, but now that's why I'm recommending for you.
Yeah.
It's going to be juice.
Thank you. My name is Liz Kerubo. I'm one of the entrepreneurs. I'm a woman, a lady.
Yes.
And we have this, this is Nyakoigama. Nyakoigama means it's a women self-help group which helps women in my community. We came to realize that most of the women in the community are being how can I put it? Excluded, yeah. Most of them don't have that opportunity of doing things of their own, and that's why we came with this thing.
Okay.
This self-help group. We have banana. This is banana. The banana we mix with peels. The raw banana, we chop the banana with the peels, then we dry them.
With banana peels?
Yeah, banana peels, we dry them. After drying, we make the banana flour.
Oh.
This can be used in when you're taking water, hot water. You just put 2 tablespoons, or you can use it in making porridge. Yes,
What
we're
does
trying
it,
to reduce.
What does it help?
It helps weight loss. Raw
No.
banana, yeah, it helps with it controls the diabetes. We have the benefits here. We have written the benefits.
But
here.
who has confirmed this? What tests have you done?
We are under Kirdi. Kirdi is a Kenya Research Institute.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
So they're the one who did the research and came up with this. Yes.
It's one of our.
No, I know, but my question is, for example, has Kirdi done a study,
Yeah.
and there is a paper that was published to to say that there are 1,000 people, 100, I don't know, that have been on this, they were on this kilo, now they have lost this. Or people who are diabetic, and now as a result of this, they are able to control their sugar level. This is what, yeah, because these are good things that you've indicated here.
The meetings have been here since Monday. It has been a series of meetings, but today marks the climax. And we are blessed to have guests with us. We have a number of presentations, but without much ado, I want to take this chance. It's my responsibility and duty to invite Jeremy Riro, the Managing Director, Fair Labs Innovation Hub, who will introduce our guests and take us through the first session. Kindly, sir, you're welcome.
Thank you very much. Bwana PS, CEO Kenya, all protocol observed, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Good afternoon. My name, as you've heard, is Jeremy Riro. I'm the team leader at Philabs Innovation Hub, which is an innovation hub that is based here in Gusii, and the lead convener of the Gusii Innovation Week. And I'll give you a short introduction and summary of what we are doing and why we are here today. Most of you know that's why you are here today. And then I'll allow our guests to give their keynotes. So Philabs has been in this ecosystem for about 6 years, and we have been working and doing small programs and projects with the academia institutions here, with the county governments, with the county government here, and trying to start an innovation ecosystem, trying to support different innovators, bring them together, and see how we can support them to scale and have products and services that they can sell to different markets. And we realized that we cannot do that alone. And so we decided that we are going to work with different partners from across this region and make sure that whoever has a component that supports innovation or entrepreneurship, we plug together and have a bigger platform that supports innovation in this region. And that's how Gusii Innovation Week was born, whereby we invited a lot of all of our partners from the region, both locally here and from other outside the region, to come and see what does this region has in terms of innovation, what's happening in terms of entrepreneurship, and what can be done, what is existing currently, and what can be. And that's why we are all convened here today, from the private sector, from the public sector, development partners are with us here, and many more. And what we are going to have for today in this summit is to discuss and see how do we move this Gusii region forward in terms of innovation and entrepreneurship. So our goal is to convene, our goal is to build a platform and let all the different players who are already excelling in whatever aspect that they're doing their activities to come forth and use that platform to collaborate. So we are building collaborations, we are building partnerships, we are building networks here that are going to help us support innovation and entrepreneurship across this region. And in the room today, we have quite a number of different partners that are with us here, and they'll be coming to speak. So we have representatives from the national government, which is a big plus for the region, that now we are able to be heard and be seen at the national level in terms of the activities that we are doing here. And we have representatives also from the county level. And so we are bridging that gap between the national and county level in terms of supporting the innovation here. We also have the academia represented by the institutions of higher learning from this particular county, Gusii University, Gusii National Polytechnic. They are all with us here. And we have other government agencies that have also come to support and work with us. As you can see, we have Konza, Technopolis, we have Kenya, that is Kenya National Innovation Agency, among others that are supporting this initiative. In summary, for those who have not been with us since Monday, the Innovation Week is a whole week activity. So we started with the hackathon that ran from Monday up to yesterday in the evening, non-stop, and it was very exciting. We had a lot of students coming forth and participating. We were very lucky to be able to have very brilliant brains, develop a lot of solutions. And of course, we'll get to hear from the top 3 that were selected from that process today in how it is contributing towards food sustainability in this region. Today, we are having the summit where we are discussing further how do we continue innovating more and supporting entrepreneurship in this region. Tomorrow, we'll be visiting some of the entrepreneurs who are with us here to go and see practically on the ground what's happening, so that it is not conferences and a lot of theory. There should be practical solutions on the ground that we want people to see. And in the evening, we'll be convening all stakeholders. Like I told you, the Gusii Innovation Week is about collaborations. So we'll be convening all stakeholders from this region on a networking forum to chart the way forward. How do we innovate together? How do we support each other? And how do we bring our synergies so that we can be able to succeed? And so, ladies and gentlemen, that's the agenda that we have for this Innovation Week, to spotlight what is in this region, to bring the attention of the key stakeholders to what is happening in terms of innovation, in terms of entrepreneurship, and even in terms of research, because we have institutions of higher learning involved in this whole process, and chart a path forward to build a thriving, self-sustaining innovation ecosystem. And so, ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to welcome you all to this forum and to participate. Let's contribute, let's collaborate, let's network, and by the end of it, I believe we'll have achieved the goal of building a very stable, thriving innovation ecosystem. So thank you very much. I'll hand over to the MC.
I now call upon Mr. Sabio Wambugu, Director ICT, to come forth and speak to us. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Sorry, I'm here in a jeans. Jeremy did update me that I should be wearing a suit, but don't worry. At least I can relate with most of you. So my name is Sabio Wambugu. Professional, I'm a software engineer. Just saying this not because I want to brag, but because I have been tracking and following what the engineers have been doing during the hackathon, and I like it. I'm standing here on behalf of ICT Authority as a board of director, but there's a lot of people in government here who have more hired than me, and they are going to talk a lot about that. But what I want to say is, Jeremy, thank you very much for bringing us here. PS, thank you for coming to Gusii, and I really appreciate. I know you are from Mombasa, now you are in Gusii, and we really appreciate. Sometimes we feel at home when we can see the leaders coming to listen to us from the grassroots level. It's different from when we come to the offices to come and listen. Tony will still continue to disturb you over and over again as an ecosystem. And I really also appreciate PS Isaboke for sending a representative. There is Konza. So for me, I'm very happy because the reason why I'm here is because I started from where you are. It's not that I'm way ahead, but my life started from the hackathons that you people have been doing today. I remember back then, 2013, I know most of you now have started calculating my age. Don't worry. Back in 2013, that's when we started doing hackathons. And we never had such a delegation. It was basically a place whereby you could just go, start developing solutions, and you make sure that you're also able to meet some girls back then. And then you can go back to your school and show them how bad you are. And the reason for this is because we never had people who could bring such kind of high-level minded people like you're having today. Now I know you people have been hacking to make sure that you can build sustainable solutions and businesses. The only thing that I want to say is that the only difference between 2013 and now is only it's you. I'm still sure that there are some people who came here to create connection, business connection, life partnerships, and those kind of things. It's upon you to choose why you are here. I'm also very happy because I have listened, I have followed up, and I can see the kind of innovation that you people are developing. Back in 2013, the only solutions that we were doing, we could really come up with very good solutions, but on paper. And I'm very happy, Jeremy, that right now, during the hackathon, you have tangible solutions and innovations. And if that's only around 48 hours of effort, the kind of solutions they have built, I'm very sure now through the support of the ecosystem, the PS, I'm very sure that they're going to commercialize these innovations. As ICTA, for us, and as government, we are just enablers. And I just want to encourage you that it's not every time that you have to look at what the government can do for you. And as an investor, I tend to shy away from investing in solutions that only have one client, and mainly the government, because it's unpredictable. And what I would encourage you is to look at what the government is doing and try to co-create something around that. Not for the government, it's good when you have the government as a client, but it's a very risky business. So as from ICTA, what we try to do is to make sure that we can create an enabling environment for all of you. You can check, we have set up the digital, the free Wi-Fi for the digital hubs. I guess it's under Konza. And I know when you go to their website, you can as well as go and check, and they're going to tell you where you can be able to see where these digital hubs are. I know most of you still continue to say that they are not there. They are there. And it's upon you. Today, if you live here, you can go and check. You decide which website you want to visit. But for me, I would encourage you. All these infrastructure, all these equipments are available. It's upon you now to go and check where they're available. If you are looking for the digital hubs, go to the site and check where it is. As ICTA, we are setting up the public Wi-Fi. They are available. You can choose to join the people who continue to say that they are not available, or you can choose to go to the site. Our site is bilawaya.go.ke. bilawaya.go.ke. Go and check where the free Wi-Fi is. It's upon you. It's not by coercion. You can choose if you want to be on the side of the people who are saying they're not available, or to be on the side of the people who will go to the site and check in Gusii where are they available. And then if they are not working, you can tell us now they are not working. I know where it is, it's not working. It's upon you. And nowadays, internet is very affordable. And access to internet has been, the government has really invested a lot in this kind of things. We can bring internet to you, but it's upon you to choose how to use it. So that's optional. And what I want to tell you is that age, where you are right now, you have the luxury of age, you have the luxury of knowledge that you're having now. But when you get to where I am, like for me, of course, I'm still a youth. You start now looking at all these things start becoming minimal. So it's upon you. I have developed over 100 systems, but I can tell you 98, actually, yeah, 98 of them were all fantasies. Yeah, it's only two that at least are making me money. But what matters is that I have done 100 of them, plus 100 of them. You have the time. You can wake up today, develop a solution, it fails. Tomorrow, you start another one before you get to where time is minimal. I can also tell you that when I was in the university, I used to do these competitions a lot. And I'm saying this because I know I'm talking to the youth. Yeah? The people who will come and develop solutions to go and show the girlfriends, which is very good. When I was in the university, I thought I was very good. I won, out of the three, I won 2 of the innovation challenges in Kenya. And I thought I was the best. Kwetu ni huko Nyeri. I thought there's no one like me. And then when I finished my university, I came to Nairobi. I started looking for jobs. And that's when I realized that I was the best among the foolish people. So I looked for jobs. I could even tell people, hata staki munilipe, just give me a space. Hata hiyo hawataki. Yet in my rural village in Nyeri huko, I was among the best. The reason why I'm giving you this example is because today you will win, but somebody else will be number 10 in the same competition. Tomorrow you'll come and win. The person who was number 10 will be number 7 in the same competition. After 10 years, that's when you realize the big difference between you and them. When you come here today, You can choose to go out as a winner, but as well as you can choose to network with people who you think they can help you. So, Jeremy, first I want to thank you because this is the first one that we are having in this region. But it's not about Jeremy. Jeremy, for us, will come here, will take very good photos and will post tomorrow. But for you, just make sure that apart from that photo, there's something that you have learned. There is a network that you have created. There is something that you have learned from the people who are going to talk here. But apart from that, become consistent. We have a big gap in regards to making sure that the youth are innovative. The reason being, and the reason is because today we start a business. Next year, I know Jeremy will also be doing the second edition. The same people who came here, attended the hackathon and started a very good solution. Next year, they will not even remember where they shared that kind of idea. So it's upon you to choose how to do it. And there's nothing bad by failing. Just wake up today, fail, start again. Yeah. So, and apart from that, since I know it's not only people from Gusii, we run the Association of Country Innovation Hubs, which is a network of innovation hubs in Kenya. We have 161 innovation hubs in Kenya. I know there is Gusii. You go to Homa Bay. This region is way behind, but I know Jeremy is your influence now. We can start getting other innovation hubs in the grassroots level from different counties, whereby they can focus on their own value chains. But my word to you is that just utilize this kind of infrastructure. The PS will come here and say very good things for you people. But if you don't utilize them, then it's useless. Dr. Omonsa will come and say what Kenya is doing. But if that ends here, it's upon you. Konza, the same thing. I'm happy I can see GDG, Gusii. I saw Tech Women. Make sure you attend this kind of activities. And the reason for this, I was even talking today, I guess it was with Dawn. I try to attend almost this kind of activities. It's not because I'm idle, but it's because in each and every activity I attend, I learn something new. In most of these, I can come here and see the kind of innovation you have. Maybe sina pesa mingi, even if it's 50,000, I can just put it there, and I know one day it's going to pay. But for me, what I want to tell you is keep on attending. When GDG Gusii is organizing an activity, go and attend. You tend to learn something new. As engineers, you tend to learn each and every day. Technology is wide. You can be a very good software engineer. Another person is a very good AI engineer. When you go to these kind of activities, that's where you network. You can be a very good person in design, and yet you get another person who is very good in back-end development. That's how you create things. And lastly, make sure that you are not building it alone. When you're building alone, the solutions become you. If you are not there, like the engineers that are having here, they know during the hackathon, you don't need really to just look for another fellow engineer. The ecosystem is way huge. You are building an agri-tech solution. Why can't you go and check another extension officer, bringing him in your team for you to be able to develop at least a scalable solution? So thank you very much, Jeremy, and next year we'll still be here. And when we have money, we'll still bring the money to invest in the solution that you people will be building. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Can we have a better clap? 1, 2, 3. Tena. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I take this chance to invite Dr. Tony Omwansa, the Chief Executive Officer, Kenya National Innovation Agency. My brother and a brother from the soil, kindly come and speak to us.
Thank you very much. Our PS, Professor Shaukat Abdurazak. I needed to say the name because I've been to a few forums where they know him, and therefore you don't need to emphasize. But you know, it's a very unique name, and so I have to say it, especially for this audience, so then we start relating with whom we are dealing with. We've got several leaders in the room, and all protocols observed in that regard. Thanks very much for the opportunity to speak. I'll start by saying that I am son of the soil, as you rightfully said. I am not here to really address this audience because the PS will, and I report to him, and so he will speak a lot more details that are relevant to this ecosystem. But I wanted to tell you that I went to school in Sakawa Primary School, which is a few, I would almost say maybe 4 kilometers from here. And then I went to school in Cardinal Tunga High School, which is probably 7 kilometers or thereabout from here. And then I went to University of Nairobi, and then I went to the US a little bit, and then I came back and so on and so forth. And I've done a lot of work in a number of institutions, including Gusii University. But here I am, I head what we call Kenya National Innovation Agency. And for that reason, I don't think I could have escaped coming to Gusii Innovation Week. Why? Because I have been around. I relate with the issues of the region, the opportunities that there are, and why we need to energize these efforts. That said, I did not support, Kenya did not support, that's the logo, the one you're seeing just below PhyLabs. The Kenya National Innovation Agency did not support because I originate from Gusii. It's because I have a duty to do national efforts. And every so often we find a local champion who is trying to activate the local ecosystem for innovation, link the private sector and academia, local county government, and the youth, and so on and so forth. We want to quickly figure out how to support that person. The reason is, as government, we're not able to reproduce ourselves in all the regions as we would want. But then when we get the local champions, we want to push the agenda of government through that local effort. So congratulations one more time for all these efforts. Back in 2015, I wrote a proposal about the Nairobi Innovation Week. 2015, that's how long ago it was. And I was at that time at University of Nairobi. And I convinced the Vice Chancellor that we needed to energize the innovation efforts of the university. 10 years or thereabout after that, we have Pwani Innovation Week, Nairobi Innovation Week, Mount Kenya Innovation Week, Eldoret runs, Lake Basin, Kilifi is one of the latest that we activated recently, Rift Valley runs, we've got universities who also run innovation weeks, KCA, Cooperative, Kabrak, Mount Dedan Kimathi. I know different forms of innovation activities that are happening in our universities. And to me, that has been a major encouragement that, yes, we planted a seed and it has gone beyond ourselves. Now, with 161 plus innovation hubs, I have something for the PS. You know, it is one thing, I've been to Israel and I've seen how innovation hubs have emerged in the region, where the government is funding, establishing, and so on and so forth. In our context, yes, we've got Konza running, Jitume Labs. I know there are youth empowerment centers. I remember asking the governor once, do you know whether there is a youth empowerment center around here? So there are youth empowerment centers across the country. I became persuaded that we don't need to set up more innovation hubs. I think what we need to do is empower the existing. Now, if I look carefully at the services that PhyLabs is offering in that list, incubation, acceleration, and so on and so forth, and I go like, look, what we are trying to do as government is to catalyze, activate. But to scale these things is going to require private sector. Because that's where the discipline, consistency, long-term thinking will exist, and also understanding of the market. So for me, I am very excited every opportunity I have to support a local innovation hub to scale through programs, through whatever forms of interventions. We run a range of programs now in the Innovation Agency that we can even more leverage the local infrastructure, including Presidential Innovation Award, among others. I do see a lot of potential. I won't speak much, but I do see a lot of potential here because of the unique agri-tech space that there is here. And if there's one thing I know, the Gusii people are very entrepreneurial in nature. And I'm sure the young people are also building on what the forerunners have done. The university is right here. PS, I just learned recently that only Gusii of the small cities has a central bank. There are 5 central bank branches in the country: Mombasa, Nairobi, Kisumu, Eldoret, and Gusii. Why Gusii? I mean, maybe it should have been another one, yeah? Maybe Naivasha, I don't know. But why Gusii? It's because of the volumes of transactions that happen. Find yourself in Dallas today, go to Minnesota, you will even find that Gusii is a representative of the government elected over there. Why? Because there are volumes of people who are very busy with enterprises. I used to see a lot of matatus in Nairobi when I was in college. Gisis everywhere. They own land in Oloitoktok all the way to Kwale. They are doing business and so on and so forth. That entrepreneurial spirit, and there are indicators for it, is a huge opportunity that all we need to do is to formalize and support and catalyze. And as we saw, some of the ventures in the room demonstrating. Last but not least, I want to make sure, PS, by the time you leave here, you have something from Soapstone. I also want to make sure you get some avocados, and I want to make sure you have some honey. What I know is PS can buy. So we're not just, if you have really good quality stuff, he has a huge network that he can also help. But more importantly is to unlock markets. So one of the things I have been convinced after spending some time engaging with the ventures is the one-stop shop approach of the government agencies that are supporting the value chain of innovation. It's something we want to go and strengthen and see how we give you access to some of the entities in government that can support part of what you're doing. And in conclusion, I would say you can count on the innovation agency, not because I am there, but because the institution is meant to do just that, to support innovative ideas. And the innovation does not mean you come from science. It can be art. As I'm listening to the young people, I mean, that's a creation. And I want to connect you to the copyright, Kenya Copyright Board. If you're into organizing events, if you're into drawing, if you're even into improving the farming, and so on and so forth, there is something for you within the innovation ecosystem. And I really like Wambugu's observation around, it's not what the government will do. Many a times we always say government, serikali's idea. But ukijituma, you provoke the system to get the support you need. I am absolutely sure there is always a solution within the government or the private sector that can help scale your innovative ideas. Just reach out. We'll be there to handhold the best way we can. It may not all come from us. It may come from the hubs that are regionally, and we support them to make sure that they can access what you need. And the future is bright because Kenya is our business to grow. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Can we give a better round of applause for such a wonderful presentation from Dr. 1, 2, 3. Tena, funga, fungua. I take this chance to invite the PS for Broadcasting and Telecommunication, Stephen, who is not with us, and his center representative, Alphonse Kanunga, the Secretary of Telecommunications and Postal Services. Kindly, sir, you are most welcome to come and speak to us.
Our PS, our CEO, Kenya, MD, Phi Labs, and other organizers, conveners of this important, critical Innovation Week, and our delegates. God is good, and all the time, My name is Alphonse Kanonga. This is my first time to land to Gusii. And I arrived in the early hours of the morning, and as we were entering the town, certain things began crossing my mind. I never imagined whether Gusii is such a huge, a massive town. In fact, I'm almost using a city. And then as we were, my eyes landed onto the central bank. And then I began now realizing and understanding that I am on the best place on land. Guys, just give yourselves one clap for that. I am in computing. I'm an ICT professional for around 18 years now. Worked with county governments for 10 years, national government for 8, 9 years, about there. So currently I'm working with the Ministry of ICT, the State Department of Broadcasting and Telecommunications. And the PS, Stephen Isamboke, sent me one apologies and said that I shall deliver special greetings to the entire arrangement in this hall and to the entire team that has convened this arrangement. So I would like you to receive those warm greetings from the PS, and really he wanted to be with us. Only that there was an array of competing interests and other events. So you will allow me to just quickly go through the remarks by the PS, because they are structured and they are really connecting into what is happening in the course of this week. But before that, because the remarks are not long, friends and colleagues in this hall, I just want to highlight one thing. 8 out of 10 top richest men in the world are in tech, are in digital, are in innovation. You know them. They are common knowledge across. Elon Musk, Larry Page, Steve Ballmer, all these guys. 8 of the 10 richest establishments in the world, driven by tech, by innovation, by AI, by all these things. What this means is what is happening here this week has capacity to cause to happen, to drive, to make this region participate in the national innovation conversation and join the global conversation around innovation and tech. So how I wish to indicate that this thing must be considered to happen as frequent as we can, so that we can have a national conversation around innovation, around tech, and how these things can drive the Kenyan economy, because that is very key to Kenya and to government. So allow me quickly to scan through the written remarks. It is a great pleasure to join you today for the Gusii Innovation Week, a premier platform bringing together hundreds of delegates from policy to innovators to academia to industry players to shape the future of innovation in the southwestern part of Kenya. The theme of this year's Innovation Week, resilient agri-food systems for nutritional security and economic stability, speaks directly to the Kenya priorities and the bottom-up economic transformation agenda. It calls on us to apply innovation, tech, and partnership to strengthen agriculture, create jobs, and secure the nation's food systems for future generations. Colleagues, currently digital economy in Kenya contributes around 7.7% towards the Kenyan economy. And government through the Ministry of ICT is driving that so that we can approach the average for developed nations, where digital economy there is contributing around 15% towards their economies. So it's a serious agenda in government, driven by the ministry and also by our two state departments. The government of Kenya, through the Ministry of ICT, recognizes that technology and innovation are key enablers of better. Our focus is to ensure that every sector, including agriculture, benefit from digital transformation, from farm productivity and market linkages to access to finance and real-time information. We are talking of scalable solutions. What has happened this week from Monday, these AI hackathons and to agri-tech. These are solutions that will contribute so much to efficiency, to effectiveness, to agility, towards entrepreneurship and the growth and the expansion of our spaces in terms of our economy. So the southwestern part of Kenya, like many parts of Kenya, faces challenges of youth unemployment, food insecurity, and climate vulnerability. Yet, it also holds immense potential, fertile land, dynamic enterprises, and growing innovation ecosystem. Gusii Innovation Week provides the perfect platform to unlock this potential through collaboration and creativity. Digital innovation leads to digital entrepreneurship, and that has a net effect of leading to a digital economy. Just to express these things and taking us to the to where we desire to be as a region and as a nation. As the State Department for Broadcasting and Telecommunications, we are committed to expanding digital infrastructure, that is key, connectivity, ensuring that innovators in Gusii and Nyamira can access reliable internet and digital tools to drive agri-tech solutions and e-commerce. It's common knowledge that government is establishing 100,000 kilometers of fiber, 1450 digital hubs across Kenya, the 25,000 public Wi-Fi hotspots. I would like us to reflect on that. 10 years to come, 5 years to come, 10 years to come, the impact of that. We inspire, we endeavor to have, even at local level, smart, to convert every other person there, smart villages, which will in turn enable us to have smart counties, smart Kenya. We integrate all these to smart Africa and the smart world. That will be a very interesting and sweet place to be and exist when that time comes. I am almost saying that it will actually increase our lifespans. Guys will living so many years when these things happen, when smartness is creeping all over the place. As I move towards conclusion, the AgriTech AI Hackathon and Innovation Summit featured this week embodied the spirit of government digital superhighway agenda, showcasing how artificial intelligence, data analytics, and smart technologies can revolutionize Kenya agri-food systems. Gusii Innovation Week also supports entrepreneurship and digital inclusion for the youth and women. This aligns with better goal of empowering communities from the bottom up, by turning local ideas to viable enterprises that create jobs and income. We have academia here, we have research, we have government. Government has a plan through the AI strategy that was launched earlier in the year to mainstream AI across our education curriculum, from basic education through to higher education. So how we wish that all our courses in our universities have a component of AI, have a serious component of tech. Because when that happens, you increase your marketability, productivity out there. So these are real agenda by government to implement tech and AI throughout our education system. The events focus on market access and investment partnerships, complements national effort and Vision 2030 and African Union Agenda 2063, particularly through the promotion of digital trade and opportunities presented by the African Continental Free Trade Area. The serious conversation that is happening across government in Kenya, coming up with an e-commerce platform for Kenya that will integrate all the private e-commerce platforms that will eventually integrate to East African Community e-commerce platform, then Africa e-commerce platform. How will it look like when that time comes? When we have e-commerce platform for Africa, the innovations, the products that we are locally coming up with will be exposed to every other person in Africa and eventually every other person across the world. We commend the organizers, partners, and participants for their collaboration in driving this regional innovation ecosystem. Your work demonstrates that when government, academia, industry, private sector unite, innovation thrives and communities prosper. Just to conclude, the Ministry of ICT, through the two state departments, reaffirms its commitment to leveraging ICT and innovation as engines of national development and economic development. Let us continue to build bridges between technology and agriculture, between innovation and inclusion, and between local action, national opportunities, and global opportunities. Just to conclude, colleagues, I just want to say the future is now. The future is now. All of us just must underline that. Together, today, for a better tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Mulipiga makofi ya kiholela holela. Naomba basi tukashirikiane kuyapiga makofi hayo yawe mazuri ya kuonyesha heshima na taadhima inayofaa. Moja, mbili, tatu. Tena asante sana. We are going to give our guests special gifts. Kindly, our guests, when the PS is done speaking, you prepare to receive gifts from us. And Leah, Faith, and Esther, kindly be warming up for that noble duty. It's now my duty and responsibility to kindly invite the PS for the PS State Department for Science, Research and Innovation, Honorable Shaukat Abdul Zak. It is a hard name to mention, as my brother had clearly indicated. How many together with me invite the PS to come speak, and you remain standing as he comes until he allows us to sit, or he will address us while standing.
Asante sana. Mnaweza kukaa. Asanteni. What do I do with this name? Some places I go, I'm being told my name is a very difficult name. But I don't think so. Mheshimiwa Charles Mugaga, hiyo jina ni ngumu. Haya basi, unaona mheshimiwa amesema hiyo jina si ngumu. Mwanzo, do you want me to speak in English or in Kiswahili? Sorry? I mix or I pick? Okay. Recognize the presence of all the leadership. My brother, who is representing my good brother and a friend, Isaboke, PS, of course, Tony, who is here, the CEO Kenya. Very important, Jeremy, you and the entire leadership. I know that we have people from Konza here, we have people from the online university, Open University, Professor Omwega akisikia hiyo atanigonga sana, that I don't know his university. And then my sister from the university as well. I'm not a stranger here in Gusii. I was just trying to remember when I came to the stadium, you know, and it's only because of time. When I was a student in Egerton University, I used to play football. Yeah, don't look at this. Don't look at this. Yes, I used to play football. And there is a place, Asumbi is not this side, is it? Not too far. Not too far. So I came to Asumbi, and I have a photo, Tony, I'll show you later, where we had a match there. But also my acquaintance here with Gusii is when I was in Egerton, we midwife what you're seeing as a university now. You know the story about the university being a college of primary education, and then it moved to secondary, and then it became Egerton University took it up in 1994. And then 1999, the business management and business and management school started. So 99, I was already in Egerton University. And I came that time, very brief with my colleagues. But what I did was to help you guys in 2007 when I was the Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of research and extension at Egerton University. And 2007, it became a university college, right? Constituent College of Egerton University. So one thing that I remember very well is every time we come out of the vehicle, we were always asking, wapi gumboots? Because this place is pretty wet, so to speak, and I'm not surprised. But really, is an honor and a pleasure for me to be here. Yesterday, I was celebrating another Innovation Week in Mombasa at Pwani Innovation Week with the CEO, Tony, and we said, look, this is extremely important for me, that in spite of all the challenges, we have to fly and come here so that we could be with you. So, Jeremy, let me take the opportunity to really commend you and the entire team for this. I mentioned Mogaka here, Mheshimiwa, deliberately, because later, maybe before we closed, you can say one or two things. But when I was at the Commission for Science, Technology, and Innovation, he was one of the innovators that I funded. Yeah? So he was one of the innovators. And amejaribu sana hapa. Next time, akijaribu tena mumpatie kura. He's a very good guy. He's a very good guy. I can vouch for him. He's a very good guy. So he's been, they have been following. You know, I really, honestly, I really enjoy sitting near innovators. You know, so there was Charles Mogaka here. There was somebody called Mutua, Anthony Mutua. There is somebody called Mbetsa, Morris Mbetsa, who is now in the US. There's somebody called, sorry? Kupata, Elijah Kupata, and people were wondering, what does this CEO of the National Commission for Science Technology do with these young fellows? You know, I would meet them Saturday, I would meet them Sunday, we have coffee, just to listen to the enthusiasm that they have. And I'm glad quite a number of them, they've set up, they have their own startup, they have their own companies, and so on and so forth. So coming here, I think for me, it's very, very important because I trust and I believe in each and every Kenyan, you know, ingenuity, so to speak, your zeal, your enthusiasm. And I have seen one thing that each one of us, each one meaning Kenyans, we have our own uniqueness. That if we can be able to tap that knowledge, if we can be able to tap that inquisitivity, that zeal, that enthusiasm, this country will go very far. This country will go very far. And now we are talking about something that is extremely important. I have moved from blue economy, where we are talking of something in the tune of 36 billion Kenya shillings, with a potential of 600 billion, to a sector that is the backbone of this country. Without food, without agriculture, we cannot go anywhere. Yet it is, I would say it in bold, it is unacceptable that 60 years plus we are still importers of food. We do not produce enough. Just to pick an example from the cabinet secretary, when we are talking about eggs, and I was very impressed to see what is happening here. The innovators were talking about the incubators and how they're able to develop their own and making cages for layers to be able to produce. The demand or the need for us is almost 9 billion eggs. Unfortunately, we are only doing between 4 and 5. Can you imagine? That alone itself, it's a space that we should be able to occupy. This is one. It's unacceptable that 60 plus years down the line, when you look at the food production, almost 20 to 30% of what produced goes to waste through post-harvest losses. Can you imagine this? Yet the technology, it's there, that we can be able to manage the aflatoxins, the mycotoxins, using technology and innovation. And sometimes when you go to fruits, it is almost 40%. Mnaona hii banana, si mnaona vile banana inakuwa. Unaenda, unaulizia banana, it is green. Unaulizia banana, light yellow. Unaulizia banana, dark. Unaulizia mpaka inakuwa black. You know, and it goes into waste. But today, I also notice the entire value chain of, just to pick that one item of banana, that we can be able to produce strings out of banana stems, for example. We can be able to do some bags out of this. We can be able to do braids, so to speak, yeah, from the banana. We can be able to have also banana cookies, banana crisps or chips, and also we can be able to do banana drinks and banana ethanol, so to speak, bioethanol, so to speak. So you can see the potential is huge. The question is, why are we still a third world country? Why? I mean, Tony has just told us, if you go to any part or several parts of the US, you will see the Gusii people there. You will see my brothers from other community abroad. You will see we as Kenyans are the one in NASA. We as Kenyan are the one in the space of ICT and so on and so forth. Not just in the country, but even abroad. I spent 10 years at the United Nations in Vienna as a Kenyan director for Africa, managing 50 countries. And now that's why I'm back, to give back to the community. And we have more people like me and better people like me. The question is, what do we need to do? And that's why, under the State Department of Science, Research and Innovation, His Excellency felt if we are to propel, if we are to leapfrog, if we are to leapfrog, if we are to propel, then we must devise ways and means of how we can work together. And one is what I call, people call it triple helix. I want to call it quadruple helix, where you have the academia, you have the industry, you have the society, and you have the government as well, coming and working together in an ecosystem. If you can be able to appreciate the diversity and the dichotomy of knowledge, and know that there is no monopoly of knowledge, every person can be able to contribute, then I am telling you, we can go places. We can leapfrog. If we can appreciate that diversity to be our strength, 50 million people, that diversity to be our strength, you can contribute. When you come here, you see the amount of rain that you have. This is a place that should be able to be among the food basket of this country. We must be able to see how we can be able to take what is being produced from here to somewhere else. How we can be able to add value, like what we've just seen. And that's why, through the State Department and the sagas like Kenya Innovation Agency, we've got this acceleration program. We've got this research to commercialization program. The ideas have got to go to prototype. The prototype have got to go to commercialization after we've been able to patent it. But let me tell you one thing. There are people who are excellent in thinking and not good in writing. And there are people who are excellent in writing, but they're not good in marketing. And there are people who are excellent in marketing, but they don't know how to do business. And there are people who have got a lot of money, but they don't know how to use that money. So if we can be able to come together And this is where I come in to help you. And this is where I commend the Jeremys and others, the ones I've seen in Mombasa, in Kilifi, that if we can be able to connect you guys, the dots, so that you visit each other. As Wambugu said, every time you go somewhere, you learn something. Look, you have shown me something here. So when you see me speaking in the media, and I give an example of the braids that you want to take to Morocco, or the drink that you've shown me from the banana, green banana, or the products of the sweet potatoes and so, it's because I have traveled. It's because I have visited you. I have learned a lot already this morning. I don't need to write a speech anymore because you've empowered me, so to speak. The question now is, how do we take this to the next level? This is where the government as well, and here I'm referring to the county government, comes in. Because we have the bulge of the youth in this country, which I call the quick, so to speak, youth quick. Youth quick, meaning if we don't manage our children, if we don't manage our youth, there are others who have graduated from university. They don't know what next, and I can tell them, if we can be able to create this space that we are talking about in terms of innovation hubs, that or strengthen whatever we've got, then we can be able to take them through with their ideas and be able to come with products. Why should we be consumers of technology and not producers of technology? Because sometimes you say in this country, we produce what we don't consume, and we consume what we don't produce. This is number one. Number two, we must have the change of mindset. We must be proud. Sisi, mimi kama mtu kutoka pwani, tunasema lazima uwe na ile, let me give you one word. Tunasema ghera. You must be proud. You must know that you are a Kenyan, so that every product that we do, what I've seen here, honestly, I saw in Thailand, the entire value chain of mango. Anything that you want to know about mango, go to Thailand, you will see. Mango powder, mango, dried mango, sun-dried mango, mango pickles, mango this, mango that. We can do the same with banana, the way you have done it. Just pick one product, for example, banana itself, and be able to qualify and quantify the volume of that. My sister was telling me there are 19 products that you can get from banana. And today I've just seen something else that we are struggling with, what do you call it, the sanitary pads, for example. And it can be produced. So we just need to make sure that we have the relevant policies in place, that we make sure that we can be proud of the products that we produce, and ensure that when you go to these supermarkets, you see a product made in Kenya by Kenyans for Kenyans. This is the thing that we need to do. So mine is really to come here, is to encourage you, is to assure you of the support that you can be able to get from the government. His Excellency the President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, wants this country to change. And you've seen that we were in Konza with him. And he has already indicated the trajectory of where we are going. We have the bottom-up economic transformative agenda, looking at food security, of which you're addressing, yeah? Look at the housing, affordable housing, MSMEs, you're looking at health, you're looking at digital superhighway. But His Excellency was saying, one of the things, three things he mentioned: infrastructure, he mentioned the issue of agriculture, and he mentioned the issue of energy, that you cannot develop if we do not have adequate, reliable source of energy. Moving from 2,300 megawatts to almost 10,000 megawatts, all right? And we are looking at all this. Now, today you talked about ethanol here. You are talking about biofuel here, that you can be able to do from that will definitely contribute into that production. People are moving towards electric vehicles and so on and so forth. The challenges of the climate change and mitigation and adaptation, definitely climate smart agriculture that we can be able to use so that we maximize in terms of productivity. Then the other one that I really want to highlight, what His Excellency was talking about, is food security. And as I've said, it's unacceptable that we are importing food. You know, it's unacceptable that we are importing food. And to me, food is a security issue. So there is an element of production, food processing, food safety, food security, and food sovereignty that we can be able to. So I think you are in the right trajectory. And I want to assure you that we will work together with you as you celebrate the Gusii Innovation Week, as you continue working in that space. I've already told Jeremy that we need to link up with the university more closer. We need to link up with His Excellency, the governor of the county. But at the same time, I want us to come together. Pole Pole, we expand, and it was already rightly mentioned here. We expand from this and move to the Lake region, the entire block, so that we have a week that we can come and celebrate. And then we go to another one, and then culmination of all this, it will be next year around May, when we have science, technology, innovation for society. It's a whole week that we are going to have in Nairobi, and hopefully availability, we are looking at the availability of His Excellency the President, if he can be able to come and grace the occasion with other leaders as well. What we are trying to do is to make sure that nobody is left behind. All right? So we have all these opportunities. And then the other thing, you've had what my brother, representative of PS Isaboke, mentioned here. We want to connect the dots. We have developed an AI strategy. Now my State Department is spearheading the AI policy, so that we can be able to look at the ethical aspect of use of artificial intelligence. We are also in the process of finalizing, or rather developing, the science diplomacy, so that our sisters and brothers who are abroad in the diaspora, we can be able to tap them. I was telling Tony, and we are in principle agreeing to this, that if you can look at these startups, if you can look at the ideas people have. When we went to the Copenhagen, we could be able to see people who have gone there to pitch, and be able to get people with resources and say, look, I can be able to put 5, 10, 15% of this. What do I get in return? The Shark Tanks that we are talking about, you know, and these are things that are doable, in my opinion. So public-private partnership is going to be very critical. People with resources, we need to link them up with people who are knowledgeable, so that you can be able to infuse the economic aspect and be able to infuse it with the technology and innovation aspect. The moment we do that, then it's going to be a different ball game for this country. So to me, there is hope. The fact that you guys have left what you're doing and be able to converge here today, yesterday, and the rest of the week, it's a very clear testimony that you are dedicated, you are fast, you are hungry to ensure that you want to learn, you want to share, you want to support, and you want to be supported. So you take it from me, we will discuss more, but I really want to assure you of that support. As I come to conclusion, I have mentioned Kenya. We also have the National Research Fund. So I've seen products that will require research. We can be able to look for a way of getting a small grant to support that. Also, in this space, we are also looking at advising, regulating, promoting science, technology, and innovation. And we have the Commission for Science, Technology, and Innovation that is doing that. But above all, we normally have what we call the PSS meeting, once a month at least. And this is a forum where we can be able to share what we are doing, so that we break the silos, build synergies, collaboration, and cooperation. So I would like to hear more from this side, this part of the country, of what I can also be able to take forward as examples from here, so that we can be able to support you further. So I think mine is really, as I've said, I decided really to leave what was written in my speech, Because when I was listening to my brother who was talking about the firewall of resilience, wapi nani yule alikuwa kirap hapa? There was somebody who was rapping here, the tall guy. Yes, you know, I was very impressed. It was a message that he was telling us, that sustainability, you know, I picked his words. These are not mine, his words. Eh? Tutaokoa jahazi, innovation, building innovation and culture, and having a change of mindset, and then building an entire ecosystem. It resonated very well with what we are talking about. And then he spoke about Ondoa gaps. He spoke about you know, the issue of agri-tech, which we are focusing on. And then the guy who was doing his music here, reminding us that the lady, I think it's Komboka, yeah, if I'm not, yes, talking about innovators are just not people just like that. They burn midnight oil to be able to come up with their startup. And sometimes they either it's a big thing that they succeed or they crash. And this is the innovation. You keep on trying and trying and trying. That's why when I was at the Commission for Science Technology, I funded almost 100 innovators. And some did not succeed, but few succeeded. And we want to ensure that we can give you that opportunity and that space. So once again, really continue with that trajectory. Now, look, I'm in the government, and every place I go, I tell people, under the leadership of His Excellency the President, there are a lot of things happening in government. And I'm sure Isaboke was here when he was talking about programs such as the Nyota, where we are looking at how we can give opportunity of empowerment, how we can be able to train those who do not have formal education, people in the age bracket of 18 and 29. I said yesterday in Mombasa, I need to repeat here, when things like this come, please jump in. Take full advantage of that. We know very well that the government is having Kazi, Mashinani, Kazi, Maju, and so on and so forth. These are opportunities. Grab them. If there are any challenges, we can come and be able to address together with the local leadership here to be able to ensure that nobody is left behind. Single mother program is on the way, it's coming. And you know, every time you get this opportunity, you jump in and you get benefit. Because there are testimonies where people have said, we have benefited from this. I always tell people, if you have not, for example, or you know, people who have not registered for SHA, please do so. Some of the things are just teething problem. With the time, they will be fixed. But if you're not in, you're out, then you can imagine the queue. People are already ahead of you. So let's have that positive mindset so that we take it positively and be able to move forward. Because this Kenya is for all of us. All right? And that's why, for me, my space is this. But I want to ensure I continue working with my colleagues, such as the PS in charge of youth and creative economy. We work very closely with the PS in charge of MSMEs as well, because it's in that space that we are looking at innovation, we are looking at technology for social economic development. So with these very many remarks, Jeremy and the rest of the leadership that is here, once again, thank you very much. And I would like now to officially open this Gusii Innovation Week and commend all of you. Thank you and God bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prof, for
anasema anaitwa George Nyasiende. Jina yake ni ngumu lakini nimeisema, si ndio? So sasa tumekubaliana taripiti yangu. What is my name?
Okay, I will let me rehearse before you go. It shall be a perfect one. Let's have our hands together for Prof for such a wonderful motivation and presentation. 1, 2, 3. Tenor. All right. It's my pleasure to invite the Deputy Governor, Gusii County Government, His Excellency Elijah Obebo, to come and speak to us. Your Excellency, please. Governor and the Deputy are the Chief Executive Officers of the county, and they are politicians by default. So we have to clap before he speaks. 1, 2, 3. Wewe ukipigiwa hivyo hata huwezi ongea. Can we try a better one? You know, if we do it best, we are likely to walk out with something tangible. 1, 2, 3. Tena, karibu sana, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much. My quick observation is that a number of people in this room are young people. Am I right? A quick look, except Professor Abdurazak and probably myself. Be it as it may, grant me your time to talk to you for very, very few minutes. Abdurazak, I'm happy to see you. And I thought I would meet Stevie Saboke. Saboke is a childhood friend of mine since high school up to now. Asante. As I speak, it's important to let you know that I am Elijah Obebo, the Deputy Governor of Gusii County. And Abdul Razak, I worked for government for 35 years, rising from a graduate officer job H to T. And therefore, I would be speaking to young people who can so easily pass as my children. So watoto wangu wengi hamjambo. I am here on behalf of His Excellency the Governor of Gusii County, Honorable Paul Simbarati, who would have wished to be here today, but because of the requirements of his job, he was not able to be here today. But he sends his apologies, and I'm representing him. Kindly appreciate his apologies. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, innovators and partners, good afternoon. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all to Gusii Innovation Week 2025. This event holds strategic significance for Gusii County and the entire region. It demonstrates that innovation is no longer a distant concept. It is a reality being shaped here in Gusii by our youth, farmers, researchers, and entrepreneurs. Gusii Innovation Week 2025 positions Gusii as a regional hub for agri-food innovation, leveraging on our fertile land and the stronger agri-value chains. Through this platform, we seek to showcase local innovation, attract investments, and connect our producers to local, national, and international markets, especially under the African Free Trade Area framework. The week's activities, ranging from the Agri-Tech and AI hackathon at Fire Labs Innovation Hub, to the main summit and innovation ecosystem tour, reflect our shared goal, building a thriving innovation ecosystem, which will greatly benefit our county and our country. From this summit, we expect enhanced collaboration between the county government of Gusii, Gusii University, Gusii National Polytechnic, and innovation partners, We also expect that there shall be increased investment in agri-food startups and MCMEs, greater visibility of Gusii innovations capacity, and stronger linkages to regional and trade networks around the trade area we have just mentioned. These outcomes will position Gusii County as a model for tech-driven inclusive agri-food transformation. We wish to mention that through the Ajiri program, we are equipping our youth with digital literacy and essential life skills, including career guidance, talent identification and nurturing, financial literacy, personal branding and marketing, mental health, and access to online job opportunities. We began as a single center at Gusii Stadium, but we have since expanded to Monyerero, those who know where Monyerero is, that is Kitutu Church and North, Sameta Mokwerero, that is in Bubasi constituency, Beno, Nyaribari Church, Moticho, South Mugrango, Tabaka, South Mugranga as well, and Boikang Award, Boikang Award, which is also in South Mugrango. This is believed that it will give away on the people of the caliber we will train. We are also automating county services and encouraging youth to design tech-based solutions that enhance service delivery. And I promise that soon we will be also having innovations done by innovators from our local institutions of higher learning as both as areas of research and testing. Further, we plan to establish digital innovation centers powered by solar energy in each ward as outlined in the County Integrated Development Program. That's for 2023 and 2027. That's as per our CIDP. These centers will be equipped with computers and internet access to our youth to learn and work online. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to also mention that we are glad that partners like Kenya, Consa Technopolis, Fire Labs, Lole Artificial Intelligence, and GDG Gusii are working closely with Gusii University and Gusii National Polytechnic to drive the local tech solutions. The county government of Gusii commits to continue partnering with all agents of change to co-create solutions that enhance efficiency, service delivery, and results for our people. Gusii Innovation Week 2025 marks a turning point for Gusii County. It is our opportunity to shift from commodity-based agriculture to value-added technology-driven agri-food systems, led by our youth, women, and SMEs. With a strong county leadership and collaboration among all stakeholders, we can transform Gusii's agri-food potential into jobs, innovation, and sustainable prosperity. Let us ensure that Gusii Innovation Week 2025 leaves a lasting legacy, not just as an agent and event, not just as an event, but as a foundation for a new era of creativity, resilience, and growth. Thank you very much. God bless you, and God bless Gusii County. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to take only 2 minutes after this speech to say 2 things that I've just learned in this gathering. And I was privileged to hear the good professor talk about few things that are very dear to me. Prof, I have lived in this country and this county of mine for many years up to now. What you realize in the marketplace is that 85% of what we use and consume is not produced locally, including some of the foods that we eat. Sometimes I go to the supermarket and I realize that even toothpicks are made in Shanghai that I buy. I'm talking about toothpicks. You know what toothpicks are, isn't it? Then I keep wondering, what could be the problem really for this? Hatuna vijiti vya kuchonga bana prof, alafu sisi tutengeze ndio tuweze kutumia. That bothers me. But I went back and realized what you have just talked about, Prof. I was privileged in 1987, 88. I was in 2 countries in Asia, the Asian tigers. And I realized that countries like India, Singapore, Malaysia were poorer than we were at independence. But what these people did was revolutionary. In 1975, 76, 77, probably you remember this history, the Indians thought of something that they must do to change their space. They were very poor. I read that they were very poor. Class system or caste system, unable to feed a nation at that time. So that agricultural revolution of 1976 gave them sufficiency in food 2 years later. To date, they have never struggled to feed their 1 point something billion people today. Out of a very good strategy that included innovation that you have had this week here in Gusii. I therefore believe that with this process of innovation, these great minds of young people will be able to change the way we do business and the way we do things and be able to feed our people. Professor, when you go to the countryside out of this town, people will steal your maize from your field. I mean, if you don't harvest in good time. True or false? Am I talking to people from around this area? Are you hearing me? Yaani ukipanda miwa utakuja asubuhi prof ukute hakuna miwa pale. Kama ni miwa 20 ilikuwa pale imegrow basi utakuta kama 5 imekuliwa. True or false? I've been at war with my people at home because people have stolen my blue gums. Yes. I was being given a number of 75 trees. You can imagine that. Mtu aweza kuja usiku akaplaki mboga yako akaenda zake. Because we do not have a revolution that is closer to what you are about to start today. A nation that cannot feed itself is at crossroads. And a society that does not have enough food will be a society that will be struggling. Even when you were in school those days, for you can remember, I don't know if a number of you hailed from poor homes like I did. We could do without lunch most of the time. And I can tell you, it didn't work for us. We may look blessed now, but we struggled and struggled. Pengine tungalikuwa na chakula cha kutosha, we would have scored very good A's. Sasa tukapiga masisi kidogo pale na bisi. Kwa sababu we didn't have enough food. So I am challenging young people. As you go through these processes, trying to get the agri-food innovations, I want to request you as well, also figure out how you can be farmers yourselves. Prof, nilikuwa pale London 2020, just before COVID, 2018 to 19. So I found 2 old men walking along the beach And they asked me, where do you come from? I said, I come from Kenya. Kumbe, these people lived in Eldoret those many years ago as farmers. And this is what they told me. Kenya is the only country where people want to own big tracts of land, but they don't want to farm. True or false? Yani watu wanapenda mashamba makubwa, lakini those shambas counts for nothing in terms of food production. So it's something we must explore and think what we can do to improve this. I was also in Japan, and these are the people who trained me that in your small homestead, don't plant trees. I mean, you are planting eucalyptus trees, you are planting, I don't know, Then they told me the best to do, plant trees that give you value in terms of food. So naweka the loquat, naweka the, even sugar cane, plant it. Plant a banana as a shade. I mean, it gives you a shade, it gives you food. Sasa unakuta huko na miti mingi pale, na hiyo shade pengine utakula hiyo shade. So as I conclude, allow me to challenge you that it's also good as you do this innovation to think about how you can do agriculture. Allow me to say proudly that I do small levels of agriculture. You will find food on the farm. You will find sugarcane to eat. You will find avocado. Kwa wanjangu kuna avocado mingi sana. You could be the loquats there. You could eat also. You could also have honey because I've kept bees. You can also get maziwa because I keep still grazing cows. Simply because I thought being self-sufficient is a good thing to do, so that you don't have to buy, and buy, so that you can also add value to yourself, and if there's excess, you can also sell to others. Lastly, as you do this, allow me to wish you all the best, and as you move forward, Prof, with this team, allow these young men and women give you the very best in terms of innovation, and as government, support those who want to do farming. With those very many remarks, allow me to leave it there, and God bless you as you do the processes going forward. Thank you very much.
I would like to announce our winners. So 48 hours is a lot of time. They slept on desks to accomplish this. It was a very long night. I was there. I was tired. I'm still tired. I want to rest. But we want to appreciate our winners, and I would like to invite our PS kindly come on stage so that you can appreciate our winners. Akofia PS as he comes. So in third place, we had EcoGrow with their project. They were able to come to third place. So we have EcoGrow. EcoGrow, kindly get on stage very quickly. Thank you. We also have our judge accompanying them because they provided so much support, including our mentors team. Can I get... Please. All right, so we want our TS to present. All right, thank you so much. Right. Now, second team, AgriSite, please get on stage, AgriSite, very quickly. As you've seen, the projects are massive, right? They have a lot of great features. And we thank our judges for choosing some of, they were all good. but these were great. Okay? So as our PS presents our award to team number 2, AgriSite. Round of applause. Thank you so much, AgriSite. And last but not least, you may know by now who was number 1. You've seen the presentation, right? I literally had to wrestle the mic from him because he was so passionate about their project, right? So after number 1, we have, drum rolls please, drum rolls, drum rolls, AgriFusion. A round of applause as they come on stage, AgriFusion. And as you can see, they are a very well balanced team. Yeah. There are so many. I want to be part of this photo, so let me come over here. Applause for our winners, AgriFusion. Oh, team leader. We have somebody to pitch. We need somebody to pitch. We have builders, and then you have salespersons. Round of applause, please. Round of applause for our winners of the first ever hackathon at our first ever Innovation Week. Thank you so much for participating, and thank you so much for coming together to celebrate our winners with us. Asanteni sana. An extra award that we handed out, or we want to hand out. So, and feel free to add on top of it. So we had, of course, great ideas, right? We had great ideas. We had great solutions, right? But we wanted, there was an award I manufactured myself for innovation, presentation, and creativity, right? So we had this team that had a great presentation, they had a great project, they had a great demo. And as they were judging, as they were presenting, I was taking notes. And like, this team is great. This team is doing very well. It's a shame they didn't come number 1, but they did come number 2. Can you come on stage kindly? AgriSite? AgriSite AI. These guys came number 2. These guys came number 2. And they won my personal award for most innovative, best presentation, and creativity. Na nilikuwa na kakitu. So as a software engineer, I like seeing innovation and I like to encourage it. So out of my own pocket, I gave these guys 20K to just go and build their own.